Welcome to Unbelievable Top 10. Have you ever imagined a world where students are made to kneel on frozen peas as a form of punishment? It might sound outlandish, but this is one of the many bizarre school punishments that are not merely figments of a wild imagination, but a reality that has been experienced in schools around the globe. These punishments, ranging from the mildly embarrassing to the downright cruel, have been meted out by educators, leaving us in awe of their strange disciplinary methods. From students being forced to hold hands in public, to the dreaded cone of shame, to the unthinkable act of eating lunch off the floor, it's a strange world indeed. We also have instances where classmates were allowed to draw on a student's face with permanent marker, or a teacher cutting off a student's braid, and even a case where a student was voted out of the classroom. These peculiar punishments have not only sparked controversy but also led to legal action in some cases. And if you think these are shocking, just wait until you hear about the most outrageous one of them all. So brace yourselves as we delve into this unbelievable world. Stay tuned as we begin our countdown with the 10th most bizarre school punishment. Starting off our countdown at number 10, we have students being made to hold hands in public. A punishment that was meant to deter fighting, it instead sparked debates about public humiliation and the psychological impact it could have on students. Coming in at number 9, we have the infamous cone of shame. This punishment involved students wearing a large cone around their neck, similar to those used on pets to prevent them from scratching or biting wounds. The intent was to discourage misbehavior, but it quickly became a subject of controversy, with many arguing it was a form of humiliation that could harm a child's self-esteem. At number 8, we dive into a more stomach-churning punishment, eating lunch off the floor. Yes, you heard that right. In an attempt to discipline students, one school resorted to making students eat their lunch off the floor. This shocking method of discipline led to public outrage and legal action, with many pointing out the health risks associated with such an act. Number 7 brings us to a punishment that's quite literally in your face. Students were allowed to draw on their peer's face with a permanent marker as a form of punishment. While it may seem like harmless fun, this punishment raised serious concerns about consent, emotional distress, and the potential harm of chemicals in the markers. And finally, at number 6, we have a punishment that involved cutting off a student's braid. This drastic measure was taken by a teacher as a way to discipline a student, sparking a major controversy about personal boundaries, respect, and the emotional trauma it could cause. And now brace yourselves for the top 5 most bizarre school punishments. We're down to the top 5. At number 5, we have the punishment of cutting off a student's braid. Imagine this. A young girl, perhaps a bit too talkative, ends up with her beautiful hair chopped off as a form of discipline. The public outcry was quite significant, as one would expect. Moving on, at number 4, we have the bizarre punishment where classmates are allowed to draw on a student's face with a permanent marker. This isn't a fun face-painting session, but a humiliating spectacle where the student becomes a canvas for mockery. Now, let's head to number 3. Here, we find the shocking practice of making students eat lunch off the floor. This punishment, aimed to reprimand students for littering, sparked outrage among parents and educators alike. At our runner-up position, number 2, we find the unusual punishment of making students hold hands in public. In a twisted attempt at promoting unity and resolving conflicts, this punishment only led to more embarrassment and discomfort for the students involved. And the most bizarre school punishment goes to the practice of kneeling on frozen peas. Picture this: a student forced to kneel on a bag of frozen peas as a form of punishment. This extreme and painful method tops our list due to its sheer absurdity and the intense debate it stirred in the education community. There you have it, folks. The top 10 most bizarre school punishments. From students being made to kneel on frozen peas to enduring public hand-holding and the infamous cone of shame. We've journeyed through the odd world of punishments involving lunch off the floor, permanent marker face decor, and even the unthinkable act of braid cutting. Not forgetting the utterly outrageous classroom voting out. Truly, these punishments have sparked controversies and even led to legal actions. Remember to subscribe to Unbelievable Top 10 and stay updated with more such mind-boggling countdowns. Until next time, keep questioning everything.